Hey Bill, it's me. This is my new motorcycle. It's pretty good for running out or in the desert. Normally with a street bike, you do a lot of bouncing around. You still do a lot of bouncing around this bike, but it's better. This rifle is Ashura, and this video is about how it works. Um, Smart rifles are the ones we talked about. It enables you basically to kind of always get a headshot, to always hit. But there are some conditions and there are some exceptions. So in order to use a smart rifle, you need the smart rifle, and then you've got to have a mod in your hand. This is a Quest reward, it's kind of a unique mod, but it enables smart weapons, and you have to have the optic. And you have to have an eye replacement. So the hand and the eye and the pistol all work together to enable this smart targeting. The other thing you need to be aware of is that this mod for the eye, and to explain that, so this is an implant that has no mods. This has no mods. This is your cyber deck. It has mods. It has things you can mess around with. So I click on it. These are the things that it's currently using. I could swap it out for these. This is the eye, and it's using these mods, but I could swap them out for any of these mods. This one doesn't have any mods. So all of these need to put in by RipperDoc. You can't do it, but the mods you can mess with. And this particular one is one that drops pretty early in the game. You're going to see it almost right away, and you're going to go, the first eye thing, the eye cybernetic that you get, has an empty mod slot, and you're like, "Oh, I found it. I'm using it," and you put it in. But if you read what it says, it makes your weapons non-lethal. This is great. Maybe you're a pacifist. Maybe you don't want to kill people. I'm kidding. Of course you do. But it also makes headshots that don't do additional damage. So any bonuses that you get from a headshot, of which there are many and varied, aren't happening. And it also says smart weapons primarily target limbs. That is code for smart weapons cannot target the head. So if you happen to have this mod enabled in your optical implant, your cyberware in your eye, it you won't be able to target the head. And I'm going to show you what that means. So let's swap this out. Now we have this. So non-lethal, by the way, is handy. You can basically turn yourself into somebody that isn't going to kill anyone. And some missions, they don't want you to kill people. Let's go to some place where I could shoot somebody. This one's closest. So it is handy to have that. Look at this fun hat I found. Totally fun. You can see the bouncing part. Believe it or not, this is very smooth. If I was on my city bike, my street bike, this would be, I would have, well, it doesn't go quite as fast, but it's kind of tricky. Looks like I got a little ways to go. This seems like the kind of thing where I'd want to be above them, not behind them. Whoa, bouncy. So bouncy. Okay, let's come around. Alright, there's the street. Can we... And they're 90. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can just be on top of this hill. Here we go. Come on, baby. Yeah. Okay. So we get off. Oh. So we get off the bike. So now I'm sneaking. Now I'm not sneaking. A lot of damage. There are some perks where you're editing your character screen that involve doing extra damage when you're sneaking. So something to consider. Not sneaking. Now I'm sneaking. I'm pretty far away. Okay, so this rifle is set up and ready to go, and I'm not going to be able to target their head. I'm not even close enough to have it work. So let me get a little bit closer. Okay, how about, there we go. So Anybody who, so here's the targeting, what is that thing? You got to have the person within the square, and then it shows you where the bullet's going to go. So I'm going to hit him in the knee or foot or whatever there. Here I'm going to hit him in the torso, and here now I'm targeting the other one, but I can't target the head. Cannot target the head. And the reason I can't target the head is right here in the inventory. This is the cyberware inventory. It's because I have this fucker enabled. So I'm going to swap it out for this one. Now when I target, I can target the head. We'll take the far one. 2,000 points. I don't know where the other guy is. 3,000 points, almost 4,000. And same. And oh, there's still somebody alive here, eh? Oh. Yeah, I guess he's behind cover enough there. The bullet will go around corners. That should work. Yeah, but there is a limit. You know, it won't make any 90-degree angles. Okay, that's Ashura. You probably noticed that the reload time, you have to reload after every shot. I do try and read these things, or at least look at them. Sometimes when you look at the document they're carrying, it'll lead to another quest. Well, maybe not another quest. It'll say something like, oh, this person has a stash somewhere. You should go and check out their stash. And then there's a stash kind of like this one. And you'll see stuff. So I'm going to go. I just kind of wanted to do a quickie here. So to review, this is a smart weapon. This is arguably the best smart weapon. You saw how well it works. In order to have it, it's a smart weapon. In order to make smart weapons work, you have to have certain conditions, and the conditions are that you have to have a Ripper dock install cyberware. So this is all cyberware that's installed in slots, obviously. And only a Ripper, you have to go to a location, you have to go to a vendor to have it installed or removed. And one of the things that you have to have is basically something in your hand that will, the cyberware in your hand that will enable use of smart weapons, and you have to have the optical implant. Those two work together with the rifle in order to enable the smart targeting. And additionally, you can't have this target analysis thing as a mod in your eye implant, because if you do, you will not be able to target the head, and you will not do additional damage to the head, and all your weapons will be non-lethal. So you can still use it as a smart rifle. You can still hit him in the head or the knee or something, or one of those other places, but it won't hit the head, and you're going to want to hit the head because the head is the thing. That's where you're going to be doing all this damage. I have this pistol here. Basically, if I'm firing from stealth with this silenced pistol, which in other words, so people aren't going to be alerted by the sound as they are with Ashura, because it's not silenced, it cannot be silenced. If I have taken the right perks, then when I use this weapon and aim at the head, they go down. I don't remember the last time I actually hit somebody in the head and they didn't die. The only exception to all of this is sometimes characters have the ability to dodge a smart weapon. I have the ability to dodge a smart weapon. It's pretty rare. But if you read the red part of this, it says, a Tiger Claw specialty, this dermal ink features effective smart weapon jamming capabilities. Only for the select few, those Wakako trust to remain loyal. So that means that it's very difficult to target me with a smart weapon. And occasionally, when you're using a smart weapon, you'll find somebody that has this, and you're like, how come I didn't? I totally should have hit him in the head. Why didn't I? It's about 1 in 25, I'm gonna guess. It doesn't happen very often. Um, so if you attack the Tiger Claws, which is a gang in Night City, you're doing a mission that involves killing them. Sometimes they'll have this implant. Not always, but sometimes they'll have it. And there you're like, why aren't I hitting them? Then just switch to the submachine gun or beat them over the head with a baseball bat or do something else. But the smart weapon isn't going to be hitting them as it should. So that's Ashura. That is the how that works. Um, and yeah, I thought I would share that with you because it took me a little while to figure out. Wasn't able to discover, like I looked under videos for Ashura and I looked under videos for smart targeting, and it wasn't always clear. The biggest hurdle was figuring out, I don't know what's up with these rocks, look at this. The biggest hurdle was figuring out that was that mod thing. Because that mod does drop pretty early, and then you go, whoa, mod, I'm going to throw it in there. And then you forget you have it, and you're like, what happened? Why aren't things working like they should? That's why. All right, man. Take her easy.